Okay, ready to roll.
All right. Hello, America. My name is Dave Kline, and apparently I may be the worst cook in America. I need to show you my knife skills. I gotta be honest with you, and just forgive me, and this is embarrassing. My knife skills aren't up to par with Roots, all right? I got good knife skills with meat, and with trimming up a delicious and Christmas or Thanksgiving turkey, but here's the honest, ugly truth of my skills. I need to chop up this garlic. To open up the garlic, you go like this, you put it on the thing, and you go like this, and you pop it open, and you get some garlic out. So here's some fresh garlic. Then you got to take that fresh little piece of garlic, and you go like this, boom, and until you hear it crunch. Then you take the pieces, the gross paper part off, and you lay it down flat. You get a good root knife. You start. See, I'm not fast. I don't like going fast because fast makes mistakes. I would prefer to go slow and kind of get it right. I've seen, like, my dad can chop fast, and I get a lot of noise for this, but I'm careful, and I have never cut my finger in the kitchen. So, whatever. So, this is a real rough chop, which also, I can't chop that fine, and I'm sorry about that. Here's the thing about this ginger. I don't know totally the best way to get the skin off, but I don't like having the skin, so I do this weird, and I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but I cut the chopped part off.
Sure. And
I cut this other part off until I get kind of to this like rind almost, or like it's really the good part. It's like the meat / fruit of the ginger. So I'm like kind of like, it's almost trying to like get a fillet of ginger. So I have to think of the meat. I have to think of the ginger as meat sort of, until I get into like the good part. So this is sort of like trimming meat, but with a root. And you cut the like gristle and ugly parts off, and you can use these ugly ones with the stuff on them that you don't want in like soups, I think, and I like in broths that you serve that you can use to boil good meat. So now I cut this thing in half. And I cut these parts in half. Excuse me for this cutting board as well. I can't find my cutting board. I just moved, and excuse the mess in the kitchen too. But this is, I disinfected it with some soap. And then this is, again, a slow, rough chop. Again, the most critical thing, in my opinion, in root chopping, and I guess all chopping, is don't cut your own fingers. And so I'm sorry again for going slow, but I don't like when my fingers bleed. So, this is this rough chop, and then I don't know, I like to just give. I don't like knives and blood. All right? So it's already a little uncomfortable to like. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Give it a little bit rough, slow and careful. Yikes. And then you got a good amount here. That's a good amount.
Throw it in.
Throw this in here. And there you go. So here's what we've got now in the pot. And so see how you've got like even these little colors and textures in here? And you start stirring that around and start letting these flavors marinate and marry and talk to each other. It's a little community we've got going, and it looks like it's smelling just about ready. So let me tell you what I think about herbs. This is what I think about herbs. This is a very difficult thing for me to confront. I don't know a lot of, whoa, careful in the kitchen and slow down. Herbs freak me out. They have secrets and they do really powerful things. I had a real bad experience with cumin at the last Super Bowl. I make a great 7-meat chili, and it's a legend. It's a legend. It's passed down through the generations, and I put my own kick on it. Here's the thing, I like to experiment sometimes, and this time I just messed around with cumin way too much. It was messing around with a force I didn't understand, and I mean this. I didn't understand how powerful it was. I put it, the recipe called for a teaspoon, and I put a lot in. I put too much in, and it had a very intense flavor. And I just don't want to mess with them. So I'm done with them for a while. I don't like herbs. So this basil I like basil. I'm not saying I'm a master with basil, but it's good. It's good, and I can use it pretty darn well. It's great in meat sandwiches. It's good on roast chickens. It's good on all kinds of meat and stuff. But if I just don't use it right sometimes, and sometimes the spirit doesn't move me to bring it, and then you have these like dead, fresh things, and I don't like having dead, fresh, beautiful things around, so it's kind of hurtful to even buy them, which is why I prefer, come on in here, these kind of like what I call dry spices. So the famous Dave's Rib Rub. These things are gonna last forever, and they'll last you for like a long, good while because they're dry.
Use them up.
Right, and you use them pretty darn fast. This is some Chipotle sea salt. This is some pink Himalayan sea salt. I also like grinders because I don't like it pre-ground. It doesn't have the same flavor, texture, or just like fresh. I don't know. Fresh salt sounds weird, but it just tastes fresh. I don't know what to say. Liquid smoke, critical. You're gonna need that in a lot of things, and you know what? Just as we think now, that's perfect. We got 2 different kinds of liquid smoke here, so we're gonna go with this hickory, and I think we're gonna go. What do you think, PK? Half a teaspoon? That's pretty darn good. I like that. Ooh.
That's a teaspoon.
All right, that's very generous of you. Stir it in. Oh man, that got real smoky real fast. Okay. Oh boy, real smoky real fast. Oh. It would be funny if
you weren't the worst cook in America.
You experiment and you know what you like. And here's the thing, we'll see at the end of this if the smoke works. And if it worked, we got a new secret. And if it didn't, we're humbled and we're gonna do it another time. So here's the other, we'll finish off on what I consider to be herbs. Here's some garlic and sea salt. I like both of them. It's a root and salt, that's good. Sweet onion and sea salt, that's good. It's a root and salt, that's fair. And then just straight up sea salt because I believe in the ocean and the abyss and the beauty of, you know, nature and the unfathomable depths. You know, it's an inspiration to me. So it looks like our sauce is ready. Our marinade is ready, I think. So what we're gonna need to do is just take a big old boy Ziploc bag, pop that boy open, and we're gonna have a pool party right now. We are gonna get wet and wild with some delicious meats and some oceans of flavor. I'm talking like Ocean's 11, forget it. The Indian Ocean, forget it. The Pacific Ocean, got nothing on this. We've got flavors that are gonna bring you up to the heavens. It's the Kline family, and it's what I love, and this is how we're gonna do it. You take this meat, you take this bag, you put it over the sink, and you very carefully and very thankfully and respectfully pour it on. Oh baby, there it is. There we go. Makes you proud. Let me get a little bit more of the meat, and we'll put that in here. We'll shake it up for a bit, and then we're gonna slam it on here and slide them into the oven. Thanks so much for joining us. We love you. Peace out.